Sokya, welcome to India today. First of all, I want to ask you, how are you? Are you all right? Just sort of run me through what you've been going through in the last few hours.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm doing okay. I am safe. Thankfully, it's been a crazy past 2 days. I've had friends who have lost houses. Um, LA is crazy right now, and I'm just glad that I have evacuated and that there has been a lot of support.
You know, the images that we are seeing here on social media sitting in India are absolutely horrifying. I mean, I can't even begin to imagine what somebody who is there in person must be going through. It's absolutely horrifying. It looks like it's out of a almost end of the world sort of a film. Talk to me a bit about where were you, where do you stay, where was your house, and how did you manage to get from that point to where you are now?
Yeah, LA is devastating right now, and it's been really scary to see all the videos and photos that have been coming out. Um, this all started for me yesterday when I was actually at work. I went into work and then um, got notice from the supervisor there that we should probably start heading home because there's been a fire that started in the Palisades and it's starting to spread. And he wanted to send us home early so that we could make sure that we got home safe, that we'd be able to visibly see while we're driving. And I'm so grateful for that. So I left immediately, got home, informed my roommate, and we kind of talked through like what we wanted to do in terms of an evacuation plan if we were to evacuate. And the the day went on and I downloaded this app called Watch Duty, and it's been really helpful to see how where the fires are, how quickly they're spreading, where the evacuation um, notices are, where the shelters are. And I went to bed being told that 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. is going to be the craziest of the situation. And I woke up this morning around 8 a.m. and the outside of my apartment was insane. I live in the West Hollywood area and there was it was basically orange everywhere. There was smoke, there was an insane amount of wind. Um, it was really, really scary. And um, I called my family, I let them know everything that was going on. And um, then throughout, as the day went on, things started clearing up and I thought things were getting better. And then suddenly we see a fire starting on Sunset in the Hollywood Hills. And I live in West Hollywood. And um, as soon as that happened, me and my roommate talked and we're like, we need to leave. And there wasn't an evacuation notice just yet for my area, but I'm glad that we evacuated when we did because the roads were crazy. There was an insane amount of traffic. People were panicking. You could see that there was a lot of stress, and um, overall, the situation's really devastating, and it's really hard to see friends losing their homes. And um, my heart really, really goes out to the people that have lost everything, and the firefighters that have been fighting through this whole situation, and everyone that's going through this.
So, where are you right now? Where are you speaking from?
I am currently down south. I drove down an hour and a half down.
You know, you're mentioning about driving down, but a lot of these videos where I'm watching people get into cars, and in a matter of few seconds, they have to make that decision whether they leave or whether they stay, and there's no way you can fight that fire. And these are your homes, houses you've built, you've lived all of your life, and you're leaving them. I can't even think of a more devastating thought and a feeling to go through than that, right?
Yeah,
What did you go through at that second when you knew that I just need to leave? And were you able to pack anything? Were you able to get stuff with you?
yeah, that thought is really scary because like I live in an apartment, but there are people that are living in homes and homes that they grew up in and they have memories in. And um in the moment I was of course panicking and I was freaking out and I called my parents, and we were kind of talking through the situation. And I was like, I think it's better to leave now because the fire started right next to me, and I thought it was better to leave because once evacuation orders start, then things are going to get even crazier. People are all going to leave at the same time. There might be a traffic jam. People might have to get out of their cars and start walking. I didn't know what the situation was going to be like, but you have to, it's better to be safe and come back like you could always leave knowing that that if things don't get worse, you could come back, but if you stay too late, then it might be too late to even leave, you know? And so it's better to just get out early. So I'm really grateful I did. I packed all the essentials that I needed. I brought my cat with me, and my roommate and I, we drove down.
So, okay, what are the officials telling you at this point in time? What does it look like? Does it look like perhaps in a few matter of hours things could get better, or what's the scene like?
Honestly, it's been really hard to look at everything that's been going on. I have been dealing with it personally, and I've been looking on the apps and everything to to see where everything is going, but it's been really hard to keep up with it all. There's just a lot going on. A lot of emotions are running high, and I'm really grateful to be safe, and I'm really grateful to have family down here and someone that I could evacuate to, and um, I'm I'm really hoping other people can find shelter or evacuate as soon as possible and um, be safe.
You know, I mean, there's so much of gratitude, like you said, just and sort of it's such an humbling experience, right? When you go through this personally, you watch this happen to others, but when it happens to your oneself, it's so humbling, right? For anybody who's watching this, perhaps, and maybe that person is in LA or he has a loved one or a relative who's there, what is it that you would like to tell them?
Yeah. Reach out to your loved ones. The support I've been getting has been overwhelming. I'm so grateful. People have been offering their homes to me. They've been checking in on me. Check in on your friends, check in on your loved ones, make sure they're okay. If you have the space for it, allow them into your space. Whatever we're going through right now is absolutely crazy, and it's really scary and it's real, and people are people are dying, people are losing everything, and yeah, support I would say is huge.
Have you been able to manage to track any friends and just check on them and see if they're okay? The ones perhaps.
Yeah, 100%. I've been checking in on my friends and making sure that they're okay. Um, I did have a friend who grew up in the Palisades, and their whole hometown has burned down, and their house has burned down, and it's just really it's really hard. I can't imagine what they must be going through right now.
Yeah, it truly is a very sad situation. And the entire Palisades area, like I said, every time I go on Instagram or social media, these images are just horrific, right? But tell me, have you encountered, I mean, we've heard of wildfires in the US, and in India, we keep hearing a lot of these happening, right, in the past. There are certain areas or months of the year, perhaps, when it gets a little bit more aggravated. There are winds, there are a lot of other factors that come into play, right? But have you ever encountered something of this nature ever, in LA especially?
No, never in my life. And I was born and raised in California. Um, Never in the Bay Area have I ever had to deal with a situation like this. And I moved to LA a little over a year and a half ago, actually. And so this is my first time navigating a situation like this too. And I'm honestly really grateful to have the support that I do, and have a space to stay. And um, I just really, really hope everyone is staying safe because this is really scary.
Yeah, I think so. I think on just that note, I just think stay safe, Sokya, and just do whatever you can to stay safe. I mean, mental health and just sort of being there, it must have taken a toll on you. I think this is the time to sort of just show kindness and just say your prayers and just say thank you, because at the end of the day, that's what we come to, right? I mean, we all talk about the things we have, and I mean, it just gave me a thought of the material possessions, right? Like if you had to be in a situation, would you think of picking up the most expensive things, or would you just think of leaving your house because at the end of the day, it's your life, right?
100%. And kindness is huge, and we could definitely use a lot of it right now. So you're right about that. 100%.
Thank you for speaking to us in the middle of all of this. It takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of faith and hope, and just sending you lots of healing prayers, sending you lots of love and lots of prayers for you and all of your friends. Stay safe. And thank you so much for speaking to India Today, Sophia.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.